recaps and retcons. I don't really think I need to retcon anything. So basically, you just had a big fight with a giant robo, and Illithid showed up, expressing not really not even anger, just the sarcastic slow clap, and letting you know you've taken out his favorite, as he put it. And pretty much that's where we're picking up. Zaida, you were the first to notice this Illithid coming into view, and he managed to get close enough for everyone to see him now.
Zaida, oh man. Zaida gets kind of pale as she can, and she just sort of takes a step back and says, "What do you want?"
He looks at you. You notice that he's a bit gaunt and kind of flaky, actually, like he's drying out. At a glance, he just seems like he's an advanced age.
Yeah.
His eyes are a little glossy. His movements are a bit slow and rigid. He says, "Something I can never get."
Water?
And he'll say, "A fine joke."
I mean, you could kill us, but, I figure if we could make a deal. I have water, you need it, let us pass.
When you say that, the armor starts to move. Not
Oh,
like
crap.
not like it's getting up, but you see the headpiece moving around a bit, and then
Trying to fix itself.
not
Me
quite.
being
The head opens up, and you see something pop out of it and crawl down the body and onto the ground.
The fuck?
Exactly. I will ready my crossbow.
What you see is a brain in a jar, and the jar itself is on a little pedestal with 4 robotic legs, and you see it start to glow blue as it speaks. And it says, "You destroyed my perfect body. How dare you? It's going to take weeks to get them to make me a new one. Months, maybe."
Shoot your brain.
It's like, "I'd like to see you try." And it goes back on 2 of the hind quadrupedal legs and puts up the front 2, almost like a boxer.
I will still point my crossbow.
You're not in initiative unless you want to be. So as long as you want to talk, you can talk. This Illithid looks in your direction.
Broxim will lower his guard a little. Well, I respect my elders. I can respect that.
Zeta says, "I respect my elders, but that's a mind flayer."
Such a garish term your people use for us.
You eat people's brains.
Broxim will turn his
And
crossbow over to the mind player. He eats brains?
Yeah,
do you not eat to survive?
No,
not
fuck that,
brains.
okay? You eat my brain, I'm shooting you first. You should be
Yeah,
lit on fire.
you need to leave.
Leave. No, we should kill it. But we can't kill it because, let's just call it truce for now.
He says, "I'll be dead soon anyway."
Why don't we just figure out what's going on here first?
Yeah, what do you want?
Why are you here? Why aren't you, deep in the Underdark?
I've tried. Digging into the Underdark. Not as simple as I thought. Endless tunnels, and the most I can get is spores, blowing up on the winds from the earth.
Okay, so did you create these automatons?
That's complicated.
Complicated? What's complicated about it? Yes or no? It's a simple question.
It was partially my brother, one of my brothers, long since passed, and they partially made themselves.
And so I take it you've been taking care of them since?
For what I could, many of them have long since lost their minds. I can't control what's not there.
Broxim slowly moves away, still pointing his crossbow at him. I still don't trust you. You eat brains.
I haven't had a fresh brain, and he starts looking at his hands and kind of counting on
Stop
his
talking
fingers.
about it.
He reaches into his robes.
At this movement. Hey, slowly.
And he pulls out an object. It's a round metal sphere.
Would I recognize Spear as one of those gems we've seen?
One of the cores?
Yes.
No, this is much bigger. Where the cores were like, let's say, the size of a baseball, this thing is the size of a basketball. So it's much larger. He says, "Fear not. It's a simple instrument." He starts to insert his fingers into holes that are on either side.
Whoa.
And you hear this music filling the cave.
Fuck that.
That's cool. Ooh. What the fuck?
And the darkness around you starts to grow. And you start to see imagery of stars.
That's it.
The meaning of this. Fuck that. Or I'll shoot.
Sorry, turning it down a little bit. So you're threatening him?
Yes, I'm threatening him.
So, even as you threaten him, he's simply just into his playing. And you see this night sky, this cosmos around you move and shift. And you see what looks like a boat traveling across the sea of stars. In a much younger voice. It's his voice, but not quite as old. You can hear it resounding in your mind as he's telling you of his tale. He speaks of 7 brothers that he sailed with across the stars, that they traveled far from their home. He tells you of how their ship was damaged, and they crashed not far from this cave. Only he and 1 other survived. He wasn't the mechanic of the family. He was purely there for entertainment. He had no way of repairing their ship, so they could return home. And it's at that moment where you hear not quite a wrong note, but something disjointed in his playing as he's reminded of the events, like he's living them out as he's playing. And you start to see images of dwarves rushing out to see the wreckage. They're scavenging the ship and not seeing these 2 still alive. But eventually, they are found, still breathing, and dragged back to the caves. And then it's just a montage of the dwarves speaking with them and starting to build suits for themselves so that they can go further into the mines and work longer without having to, worry about fatigue. And this Illithid, as he starts to drop the illusion and he stops playing, he tells you, "We worked with them. They started the initial work on their bodies, and my brother, with his ingenuity, made them immortal."
Well, I have no means or wants to become immortal. So no funny business. My brain is mine. What's thy thoughty?
Over the years, there were talk of more of my kind in a place called the Underdark. There were no clear passages there, so once my brother passed, I took control of as many of them as I could, and they've been digging to no avail.
So you're trying to dig to the Underdark through this mine?
I tried, but over the years, I slowly lost control. He starts hacking and wheezing and coughing, like he's coughing up a lung. You see him drop to his knees. It's like, it could be any day now.
Maybe we should put him out of his misery.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll watch the brain.
Dang, y'all are brutal.
That's a good idea. I'll
Illithid
watch
brutal.
the brain as I turn my crossbow over to the brain that's hiding in the machinery. I haven't lost track of you.
Well, he might have been under the Illithid's control.
So when Broxim says that, and Zaida chimes in with he might have been under control, the the brain in a jar just raises both of his front legs like arms. Yes, yes, don't shoot. I was under control. Ooh, he's taken my
Right.
mind.
Yeah. Mine in the jar. I'll shoot you right
Insight
there.
check.
Yes, roll. Yeah, you totally believe him.
I would also like to do an insight check.
Go right ahead. Yeah, you definitely don't believe him.
I don't believe you, not even for a second.
And you
I
shouldn't.
don't know.
The illithid says, you shouldn't. He's too strong-willed. Him and a couple of others I could never control.
What do you want?
You're asking this of the
What
illithid?
can you,
Yeah.
what can you give us? I mean, since you're about to die and all.
He looks to Zaida first and says, there's not much in this world I want for anymore. I'll never see my home. I'll never travel the stars again. And then he looks to Broxim and says, the only possession I have left is my instrument.
What are we gonna do with the situation we find ourselves?
I don't know. I mean, we're supposed to clear the mine, but he doesn't seem to be much of a threat, does he?
Well, brain in the jar is a threat, very much so. I mean, he was in a robot. The robot attacked us, so he probably controlled said robot. This gives us all right to kill him where he stands.
Karak, you said something about them building him a new body. What them did you mean by that?
You're asking Karat?
Yeah.
He says, no one?
He's lying.
Right.
Told you. Brain in the jar, I would kill him. I swear I would kill him.
I am going to say from this point on, you guys don't believe a single word this guy says.
Yeah.
Karat?
Yes, he crit failed on his deception.
Right.
He's just sending off all types of red flags, and he's dodging questions. And in fact, I will say that it has put you all on alert, so you are not surprised.
I need to roll initiative.
Yes, and I will have them all share initiative. And technically, he needs one too. The illithid is not a combatant in this one. He's not fighting. There are 3 of the automatons that are approaching. Zeta, you should be able to see them at the edge of your vision.
Yeah, just barely. They're very faint.
Yeah. So we'll start the round with Broxim.
Broxim, do I know that they're coming?
You don't see them yet.
Do I hear them?
You're not going to be surprised by this. You know something's coming, but you can't tell what direction.
All right. I will. I forget. What was his name? Brain in the jar?
You've been calling him Karat because that's
Karat.
what the kids were calling him, but he hasn't given a formal name.
I think it's your friends are coming looking for you, huh? I will shoot him with crossbow.
All right, roll for it. Close. No.
Oh.
You see this brain jar, like all 4 legs hit the ground, and it just kind of springs up and out the way as your bolt flies by it.
Damn it. I will cast spiritual weapon.
Okay. Now I have your spiritual weapon
Okay.
for you. So where are you casting it?
Right next to him. 21 with 4 points of force damage.
You form this book, and it just thunk against the jar.
I'll move back here. And then I'll say, Zeta, how are you doing?
Huh. Okay, so Zeta, you can't see this because Karak's body is blocking your view, but Celeste and Broxim. Well, you don't see the panels open up on the base of the jar, but you see the light that is generated, and you see a streak of blue light go towards the illithid, piercing through his chest. He drops to his knees and flops over to his side, dropping the round instrument in his hand as it rolls away from him.
You bastard. He was old. He could have died of natural causes.
Karak says, he was no longer of use to me.
But he was of use to me. He knew stuff. You're a horrible sense of a brain.
And he's going to move over here. And that is it for his turn. I will have them dash. So you see 3 more of these android dwarves, these dwarf forged, these automatons, whatever you like to call them. They come rushing in out of the darkness. You believe at the behest of Karat. Celeste, it's on you.
I'm gonna move. I move here. And what I'm gonna do now is take my mighty arrow.
That
10.
that
I
is
don't
a
think that
miss.
goes anything. Okie doke.
Zeta.
Zaida's like, okay, I killed this guy once. I'm gonna kill this guy again.
We should have
And
killed it before. Damn it.
gonna cast at first level because that's all I got left. Well, actually, wait. I could no. Okay, yeah. Bonus action. Font of Magic. Use both of my sorcery points to regain a second level slot, and use it to casting magic missile at second level, sending all the darts at the brain.
No, that's 5
So
force
that's
damage.
5 force from the first dart. 2, 3, 5, 5, 4, and 5. Holy shit, dude!
Okay, so that's what, 19?
Yeah,
So
not so bad.
yeah.
And they all hit because it's magic missile.
Yes, I understand. Unless you're aiming magic missile at the darkness, it's going to hit. They hit, and they knock him around a bit, but he's not going down. And as a bit of mockery, he says, "Would you think the most precious part of me wouldn't be more protected
Brain in a jar. You look kind of fragile.
than its Zexus?"
There you go, max damage.
That would put us back at the top of the round with Broxim.
I will create water right here. Now everyone is wet, correct? And also,
Yes.
okay. And my also question is this: does it interfere with any of their electronics?
No.
No.
I would say,
Okay.
like, if they were completely submerged, then I would say yes.
Then I will move my spiritual weapon here, and then attack with spiritual weapon.
You clicked the wrong thing.
Oh, wrong thing.
That matches.
Dealing 3 points of force damage. That will end my turn.
Can I get a perception check for everyone that can see the 3 that appeared? Celeste doesn't quite notice the difference. They just look like any other automaton. But for Broxim and Zaida, you can tell that these are better made. They've been better upkept than the others. Instead of having, pieced together parts and whatnot, these actually have their full, face mask that resembles a face. There's actually a shine to them. They don't look patchwork.
And
Does that mean there's people behind there?
Oh no, it just means that they're not in a state of disrepair like some of the others are. You hear Karak say, "Kill the little one," as he runs away using his dash to run as far as possible. So Broxim, the one that your spiritual weapon hit, you see its head rotate towards you. It opens its mouth, and you see a light.
Got freaking lasers now.
I'm pretty sure 21 hits you.
Yes.
So you take 4 piercing damage. And then you see the next one. He does the same thing. God damn. Okay.
19.
So,
I'm dead, right? I'm dead.
You take another 12 piercing damage.
Good God.
This one crit you.
Oh, geez.
I'm almost afraid to roll for the last one.
I'm down to 7 damage. I mean,
Does a
7 health.
Does a 17 hit you?
Yep.
Yes.
You take 6 more piercing damage.
6 more?
Yeah, it's just like all 3 of them fired at you, and you just see a volley. All of you see just a volley of lights launched towards Broxim, and it's just like pew pew pew.
Broxim is literally at 1 hit point.
Okay, well he can't die, so I guess we're going over. We're gonna go here.
So you decide to be a meat shield.
Yep,
Meat
it's because I have to, not because I want to.
That's what heroes do.
And
Broxim's down on one knee, just coughing up blood.
Dude.
I'm sorry.
Actually, Thorn Whip, since I'm pretty close.
Yeah, that does not hit. And I believe, Zaida, you're the only one that can see Karak now.
Remember, they're wet, so any electricity should have some kind of advantage.
Don't have any electricity. Well, I've got. Hold on. I don't know if it really works that way, but.
Let's put it this way. If y'all can give me a good reason why something should or could happen, I might allow it. If it's cool,
Right.
I might allow it.
Two things. Or if you could freeze them, that's also something that could happen.
Targeting the one that the spiritual weapon has hit.
Go ahead and do that at advantage.
Okay. Roll it. Do I roll the damage over again?
Yes.
Same damage.
So the one that Broxim was fighting looks pretty bad. And that's it for you?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
No, it's sexist. It doesn't hit. That brings it back to Broxim.
Broxim, who's at 1 hit point.
He should just heal himself. Worry about himself.
It's like a cleric who's not healing?
I think you need to heal yourself.
Yes, I know this, okay? I know this. I will move and shoot my crossbow.
What about a cantrip instead?
Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. I could do a cantrip. Yeah, frostbite, since the
14.
they save, so nothing happens. I'll use bonus action, heal myself.
Good. Jeez.
And
So, what do you say when you use healing word?
what do I say when I use healing word?
Yes.
I say, "Oh, please, God of knowledge and all that is known, heal me so that I can continue to survive and gain knowledge. I have to get out of here. This is a desperate situation."
Can I get a perception from both Celeste and Zaida?
4 points.
You can't hear anything Broxim's saying.
You used a level 1. You can upcast that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what I meant to do.
So, Broxim, you've cast healing word before, right?
Have I cast healing word before?
Yes. Your character, have
Before
you
this?
cast it before?
I believe so. Yeah.
All right. It's
I didn't
you're
use the
healed.
book, though.
You're healed, but like your elbow feels funny. Yeah, it's
Right.
just like.
I didn't use the book though. The book I know has healing word. I use my own ability.
Yeah, it's not even about that. You just feel a little funny.
Ah, God, mother.
It's nothing bad. It's just, it just feels funny.
And now I have to also roll a con save for the spiritual weapon.
What?
Wait,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
As if you
Because you
get
took
hit.
damage. You took a shit ton of damage. You
Oh,
roll like
yeah,
3
yeah.
concentration checks.
17, yes. Spiritual weapon is still up.
But you got hit 3 times.
Yeah. So you got to
Oh,
roll
wait.
for each hit.
Oh, 3 times? Oh,
Yes.
shit. Motherfucker. Oh.
Hey, there you go.
All right.
Spiritual weapon is still up. Money.
That puts us back to Karak, and he says, "Don't just stand there. Kill all of them." Zaida, does a 16 hit you?
It does.
From Karak's location, and you can actually see him. He's at the edge of your vision. You see, the blue light, and you take 4 piercing damage
Okay.
as it streaks by and into you.
Right. This is bullshit.
So let's see. I'm sure a 12 doesn't hit you,
No.
and I'm sure an 8 misses Celeste, and
Yeah.
that's
Good.
it. So no one else gets hit.
So I'm just confirming they have water on them, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna do shocking grass, which has electricity.
And that's already an advantage because they're metal.
23. Awesome.
Alright, so
Now,
what's the damage for the 20?
okay, click the damage.
God
10. Oh,
damn.
well, yes. 22 damage. Mother, talking about revenge. Revenge.
I
Oh,
can't do
gee.
it for my body. He can't hear that.
Wait, my question is this. Does any of the electricity that she puts out go to any of the other automatons?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm ruling it that way, and they do not look good.
So for now, I'm gonna put some distance between us.
And do I go after the clanky clanks or the stupid brain that's been zapping me?
That's up to you.
Interesting nicknames.
Reaching the bottom of the barrel, dude. I've got one spell slot left. What do I do with it? So I'm casting Chromatic Orb with lightning damage.
They're done.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, Zaida just sort of rolls her hands together and crackling energy forms, and then she just throws it like a softball directly at them, and it just flashes like lightning. That's her turn. Well, Zaida uses her free action to point at the brain in the jar and say, "Go get it." Doesn't get sneak attack, but
Zexus throws this blade, and it goes sailing towards the brain in the jar and pops the top off it
oh,
and cracking the glass. You see it wobble a bit and then fall over and its contents spill out.
okay.
It's like as the brain lays in a pool of this solution, you still see lights blinking on the jar itself as you hear Karak talking like and saying it's like, I will not go down like this. I command you, put me back in my jar.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
And as you say that, his pleas become more desperate. They go from demands to pleading. It's like, please, please, I can't survive out of here.
I'll step out for my cover. I'll take my crossbow using maximum crossbow range, which is 80 feet, which is just enough. Ah,
I will say,
and I miss.
yeah,
Or
you
did I-
miss.
Yeah, actually, I move here. Slight cover. Now my longbow has a range of 150, so
Yeah, that's gonna miss too.
it misses.
Hit him with an Eldritch Blast.
Just as you hear more of these automatons coming, probably responding to some type of distress call or last plea from
Actually, does more than that. Dude.
Karak. You hear like as your Eldritch Blast hits him,
Mm-hmm.
he's just like vaporized.
Yeah.
Like this brain is just you just completely obliterate this brain, and all that's left is this jar. And what noise of approaching automatons you may have heard has finally ceased, and we are out of initiative.
Then I'll go over to the Illidan, and I would want to check to see if it is still alive.
So, give me, I guess, a medicine check. It's barely breathing, just really shallow breaths, and not currently conscious.
Do I see the orb on the ground?
Yes.
Okay, I pick it up.
It rolled about 15 feet away from uh, where he fell,
Here.
somewhere like down here somewhere.
Uh,
But you don't have to move, it's fine, you pick it up.
but I'll go and pick it up and say, guys, get out of here.
Yeah.
Wait,
We have to find somewhere to rest. Plus, they're definitely covered.
wait, so you just robbed the guy and left him for dead?
Yes, yes, I did. And there's nothing left of this guy. He's a goner. Plus, I don't feel I don't feel really good about saving a dude who eats brains.
Zayda's gonna go inspect the brain in the jar, see what's or
I,
the
Jar? I
jar.
mean, brain is gone. Just the brain is gone.
oh, you're checking the jar.
Yeah.
You see bits of broken glass. If you want to like feel the solution, it's kind of viscous. If you see,
No, I don't touch it. No, that's nasty.
Ew, it's not like, oh, it's, it's like, is it more like Jello or more like that, what's
like I
that
said,
stuff like, that's like, kind of like, round orbish and it like absorbs water and it's like squishy.
Orbeez.
yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about,
the
but it's more
Orbeez.
like it is more like a mucus consistency, but it's
Ew. Oh, that's even worse.
but it is like this saline mineral type solution. It was nutrient rich and oxygenated. For time, I would say that yes, you explore, and I just give you a list of things that you find and things that you would have to come back for, or like send an expedition for, because there's stuff that you wouldn't be able to carry out on your own. You can go back and meet up with Bardley.
Yes, the goblin.
Yes. So you can meet back with him, tell him what happened, and that's more or less clear. On the way you do pass by more automatons, but they're not moving. Well, they're not moving to attack you. You see that the light in their eyes has changed from red to blue, much like the one that you first met, or the one that
The kids played with.
yes, Geary.
Yeah.
Gary Clink.
Like, yes.
Yeah, so when you pass by them, many of them are stationary, others just slowly turn and watch you as you move, but they make no action towards you.
Um, should we try to repair the ones that we
Destroyed?
destroyed? Like, have pity on them as they were being controlled?
You can try, but I don't think anyone in the party has the technical skill to
Yeah.
work on them.
Wouldn't I have some technical skills as to know how to repair them, being a gnome and all?
So you're saying just because you're race, you automatically know how to work on robots or
I,
androids?
I wouldn't say robots. I would say that I would have some uh, racial expertise on mechanical uh, things.
Let's put it this way: even if the best of your people were here, a good bit of this technology seems beyond even their knowledge.
All right. So it's foreign to me.
Yes,
And it's beyond our or even my knowledge of how to repair it.
the Illithid said that they're pretty much half dwarven machinery and half work from the Illithids. Specifically, his brother who helped, one of his brothers who helped to build them.
Okay. So I would have perceived that I know that it is part dwarven and part something else that I have no idea of.
Well, he's told you this, but looking at it, trying to repair any of them, you'll realize that there's stuff that you have no clue how it works or why it's there or what it
Uh-huh.
does. Like if you go messing
Okay.
around in there, you're likely to blow yourself up.
But I would know what parts would possibly be dangerous and what parts wouldn't.
You at least know, like, oh, well, I'm pretty sure that's a joint, and this thing turns that thing, and that's how it moves its arm. But as far as stuff like the power source or like inner workings of circuitry and how it connects with brain jar inside the head and all of that, you don't know those specifics.
Okay.
And you can't just guess at that. The general assumption is like with this color change, red to blue, they're most likely regaining some of their faculties and might be able to repair their own if given time.
Okay. Right. So we are back where Goblin was.
Yes, Bartley bards well. Bards very well.
All right.
Nothing else is going to bother you while you're resting, and nothing's going to impede your leaving of the cave. And again, I will account for some exploration, give you loot based on that. Because this is a really, really big map.
I mean, it's up to you whether or not we continue exploring the map.
I think we had enough exploration the first half of the map. Wow.
Dang. Whoa. Oh my god. Imagine we got like stuck up there or something.
Good God.
Wait, we came a long way actually. Didn't we come all the way from that?
Upper left, yeah.
We came, from the upper left, and then we went down. I would like to see if I can collect one.
Go right ahead. What tool are you using?
Like the last time, I used the crowbar.
All right. Roll to hit. Your crowbar finds a nice place to wedge into, and it's soft.
Red crystals are soft.
And there appears to be liquid coming from it.
Okay. I will put the red crystal in my...
I didn't say you broke off a red crystal. I just said when you put the crowbar in, it's soft, and that liquid came out. Are you going to attempt to pry a piece off?
Yes. Try again.
As you're working this crowbar, you're rocking back and forth trying to pry a piece off.
Welching?
But it is a very fleshy, wet sound as you pry and a piece starts to separate from the main crystal. You just hear as it's coming off. It seems kind of sinewy.
Boy.
Okay. And hearing this sound, I will step back and investigate.
Give me an investigation. So, Broxim, the place where you pried off a bit of this crystal, you see inside of this crystal, and you see what looks like pulsating flesh as your best guess.
Okay, I would like to see if this thing is alive.
I think it is. Maybe you should cast Healing Word on it as an apology.
Okay, I will cast Healing Word on it.
Well, the fluid stops and the opening you made closes over. But also with your investigation, now that you're under the assumption this might be a living creature, you don't see any kind of features that would suggest that, like you're not seeing anything for like a mouth, anything. This is completely unnatural as far as you're concerned.
Unnatural.
And the druid part of your mind is telling you that something like this shouldn't exist.
Does it seem to be growing?
Not at the moment, but you can make the assumption that if given more time, it would continue to grow.
Okay.
Maybe we should call in an expert.
What kind of expert would know about something like this?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm a druid, and think I would know something about this, but I don't know nothing about this.
See, the thing about druids is that they know a lot of things about things that are common to their realm,
Yes.
And since you've come back to this place after your long rest, the illithid is cold. Yeah, he's long since died, since you abandoned him. I do want to bring up that in the direction that you left, he's facing with one arm stretched out.
Man, he was still alive? Oops.
Yes, I don't think Broxim told you.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he did the medicine check, breathing shallow, and yeah, he's stole his stuff and ran.
Yeah, well, he eats brave. Yes, I could have saved him. What is the use in
Well, he might have known what these red living crystals were. He probably knew a lot. Once he wasn't a threat. I don't suppose you know how to speak with the dead, do you?